Jermell. It's personal between me and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I haven't made a whole lot of videos this week, but I definitely wanted to get my last thoughts about Canelo and Charlo out now because this has really been on my mind, and I didn't want to make a big deal of it leading into the fight because I kind of wanted to see how Jermell Charlo would approach fight week and the last couple of interactions with Canelo Alvarez. But now that that's all transpired and happened, I got to be honest. Jermell Charlo looks shook. He looks shook. He's not being himself. And quite frankly, he's just giving, from what I can see, he's giving way too much respect to Canelo Alvarez. Because let's be real. What is one of the things, what's one of the top qualities that's gotten Jermell Charlo to where he's at? Because you got to understand, when it comes to boxing, there's the fighter's skills and his ability, and then there's the fighter's mental makeup. And a lot of times, sometimes a fighter can be a B-level fighter, but it's his mental makeup that takes him to that A level. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think Jermell Charlo I don't think he was an A-level fighter just off of pure boxing skills or punching power or anything like that. But I think what got him over the hump in his career, when I think back to the Tony Harris rematch, the Brian Castano rematch, the Jason Rosario fight, you know, the big key fights and the key moments of his career, it wasn't the skills, it wasn't just the skills, and it wasn't just the power that got him over the hump. It was that fiery passion, that rage that he would bring into the ring. He's one of the few fighters in boxing that he can be angry, he can be disrespectful to his opponents, he can be pissed off, and he's always been able to kind of channel that energy and that passion and turn it into a great performance. I think he's one of the few fighters in boxing that when they genuinely get angry, he fights better. Now, ever since the ink has dried up and he signed a contract for this fight, I haven't seen the real Jermell Charlo. I haven't seen Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth. I've seen a guy that's more measured, more calculated, more respectful. And, you know, I guess for a lot of fighters, normally this would be considered a good thing. But when I consider and I take into account Jermell Charlo and his career and the things that have gotten him over the hump and taken him to where he's at in his career now, him being respectful and nonchalant and lackadaisical, it just looks like the moment's too big for him. It looks like Canelo Alvarez is someone that he respects too much, and I think it's going to cost him severely come fight night. Take into account also, he's fighting, he's moving up 2 weight classes. I know people made a big deal about how Jermell is bigger and taller, but the reality is he's been campaigning at 154. So I just think any mental edge that Jermell Charlo normally has going into fights, he needed to have them going into this fight. And I've been very disappointed with how he's approached this whole fight week and this whole build-up and the promotion of this fight. Because when the fight first got signed, I was excited because I was under the impression that I was going to get Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth. I was going to get the fiery, passionate, you know, iron-minded warrior that became undisputed champion. But that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting a guy that's all respectful. And he just has, like, in watching a lot of Canelo fights in the past, in kind of observing Canelo's past opponents like Callum Smith and, you know, just some of the guys he's fought, Charlo's behavior is very similar to those guys, you know, kind of just happy to be there. And the reality is it's kind of crazy because even Canelo himself, I got to give Canelo credit, because even Canelo himself said at the press conference, he said, you know, he was telling him, like, look, this shit's going to be different. I'm going to beat the brakes off you. And he said basically to Charlo that over the years, you've been talking a lot of trash. You've been very adamant that you can beat me. And now that the moment's here, you're being respectful, you're being nice, and you're being fake. And that's the truth. Jermell Charlo, not only is he being disingenuous, not only is he being too nice and too respectful to Canelo Alvarez, but he's being fake. This is not him as a fighter, you know. I'm all for a fighter maturing and getting to a better place in their lives. You know, you don't want these fighters to be angry when they're outside the ring, when they're at the house, because they do have lives outside of boxing. But when it comes to this fight game, when it comes to getting in that square circle, and you got a top grade fighter like Canelo Alvarez across the ring, you gotta be how you gotta do what got you to this point. And I just feel like Charlo is abandoning doing a lot of the things and being the guy that got him to this point. And it's really sucked my excitement for the fight out of me. So listen, this video could age very poorly, and Charlo could actually, maybe I'm just reading this wrong, and maybe he's just more focused and he's gonna go in there and beat the brakes off Canelo, and we're gonna have to I'm gonna have to come back here and put some respect on his name as a greater fighter than I already thought he was. Or I'm gonna be right and Canelo is gonna punch 80 holes through him, and he's gonna accept his big paycheck, not fight Tim Tszyu because this fight was a cash grab for him, and probably ride off into the sunset. He really looks like the sacrificial lamb for Canelo Alvarez, the Canelo Alvarez gravy train to keep rolling, and for Showtime Boxing to try to show the executives that boxing is feasible, so they can keep boxing on Showtime, because there's all these rumors now that Showtime might not be in boxing. So very disappointed in you, Jermell. Very disappointed in Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth, because I didn't get him. I didn't see him anywhere in this fight. So in this promotion. So best of luck to him. Best of luck to Canelo. Hopefully it's a great fight. It's a great card overall. But I needed to get these last thoughts out there before the fight, because I don't want to, if he gets his ass whooped or loses in devastating fashion, I don't want to say it after the fact and then it looks like I'm just coming out and saying things. I want to get it documented before the fact. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about Jermell and his calmer approach to Canelo in this particular build up to the fight? I'll be very interested to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dang. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this video, click right here and make sure you subscribe. Much love from sunny South Florida.